Hey guys, welcome to Dinner Made Easy with Dina, and I'm Dina. It's movie night at our house tonight, so we're going to be taking our Costco chicken and I'm going to be making some chicken nachos. So stay with me, you won't want to miss this one. First thing, make sure you preheat that oven to about 350 to 375. And now we have a chicken breast, and we're just going to chop that chicken breast up and get that all prepared for our nacho. Now it's just going to be a nacho for a couple of people, so we only used one of the chicken breasts. And we're going to put that in the bowl, and we are going to be combining some ingredients with that. This is such a wonderful, quick, and easy recipe. You're going to love it. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we've got our chicken in there. We're going to take an onion, and we're just going to take one small piece of the onion, and we're going to slice that up nice and thin and then chop it up and throw that in with the chicken. Now, if you like onion, you can add more if you'd like, or you don't have to add it at all if you don't care to. And you see my little mascot there who's helping me in the kitchen today. And here we go. This goes into our bowl along with our chicken. And this is a really tasty recipe. It's so quick and easy to do. And I just had to share this one with you. So one more thing to do with a Costco chicken. Listen guys, if you're enjoying the video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. So we've got some of the Frito-Lay bean dip, and we're going to put about half this can in with our chicken, and we'll save the rest of it for another night. Now, if you would like, you can certainly add more of the bean, but I'm just trying to balance this out so that we have a bite of everything, and it just melts in there really good. I chose these beans because they're really soft and they melt pretty easily in our nacho. Okay, so then we're going to go in with some corn. I know this sounds kind of silly, but it's really, really good. And I only put about a half a cup of corn in there. You can certainly add more if you want, but I thought half a cup would go a long ways with us. So then we're just going to stir that all in together. Now at this point, if you want to add hot sauce or a salsa or something like that, you certainly can. I chose not to do that because I just didn't really feel like the hot sauce tonight, so we're just going to put it on the table. Okay, then now that that's all stirred up, we've got some cheese. We're going to grate some cheese. And I've got some Tostitos. This is the street corn, Mexican street corn. Oh, you've got to try this one. These are so good. Okay, now they do have a little bit of a zip to them, so just be careful. They are a little bit spicy. So just two of us are going to have nachos tonight, so we're just going to shape it out there for two of us. And make sure when you put the mixture on your chips that you get it spread out really well, because you want to try to cover the chips so that they don't burn in the oven. That's really, really important to make sure you do that. So I just arranged the chips a little bit there. And you know what? I had cheese already in my refrigerator. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here first, and I'm going to tell you about the cheeses that I used. And like I said, I just kind of spread this out all over the tops of the chips. Now, we had plenty of filling on this. It was so good. And then the cheeses that I chose to use were cheese that I already had in the refrigerator. And I had some mild cheddar, some extra sharp cheddar, and I had a little bit of jack cheese. So I kind of went with a combination just to kind of keep it a little bit delicious, with lots of different cheeses. Now, as you can see, I just sort of grated right over the top, and I didn't count how much cheese I put in. I didn't measure it. I didn't do anything with it. I just put on as much cheese as I thought would be delicious and what we wanted. So feel free to cheese this up if you are really into cheese. But we were a little bit more conservative on it. But like I said, please make sure that you cover your chips with either the chicken mixture or the cheese and make sure that you cover those so that they don't burn. If you're a little concerned on whether or not they're going to burn, make sure that you kind of tent it with a little bit of foil. This is only going to take maybe 5 or 10 minutes at the very most for this to be cheesy and melty and delicious. So the whole point is we just need to heat through all of our nacho mixture and that the cheeses are melted really, really good. This is going to be so good. But make sure, keep an eye on your oven. Everybody's oven is a little different and you don't want to burn your chips. Super important. So I would say like 5 minutes, check it in the oven. And if it looks like it needs a little bit more, let it go a little bit more. If it looks like that it's starting, everything's melting and looking good, then you're golden. Go ahead and pull that out of the oven. So I think we're just about ready to stick this baby in the oven. Okay, here we go. And I had my oven set at 350. So in we go. And actually, I did mine for about 7 minutes and it was perfect. So that's all we're doing there. There we go. So here it is. The nachos came out of the oven. I added some sour cream to the top. If you've got guacamole, even better. And some green onion over the top of that. And it was delicious. I'm not even kidding. So I just didn't wait for anybody else. I had to try it. So let's give that a shot. And I can't even begin to tell you how delicious this was. Don't miss out on those Tostitos Mexican corn tortilla chips. Those were so good. All right, thanks for joining me, guys, and you have a good rest of your evening. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and let me know what you think. All right, see you next time.